aqui não vai estar em português, então recomendo que você ative ali as legendas nativas do YouTube. É só você clicar ali em CC, ativou as legendas, e é isso aí. Valeu!
Bora. Loud Gryffin fala sobre adaptação no Brasil. Jogar na T1 Rookies e Robo, legal. Essa entrevista parece boa.
Rapaziada, Eric aqui. Vou conversar hoje com o Gryffin, novo jungler da Loud. So Gryffin, how are you doing?
E o Varus de coração de aço? Não faça isso. Quer dizer, pode fazer, porque Varus funciona com qualquer build, mas... Muito caro o coração de aço, mano.
Enjoying Brazil already? How is going?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I just woke up actually.
Varus de Guinso ainda existe? Sim, é o padrão. É o padrão. Quando você faz Attack Speed é Guinso.
Just like an hour ago, but I've been enjoying Brazil so far. I mean, I've only been here for like 2 weeks, like 3 weeks almost. So everything's been good. But to be honest, like I've been just playing League mostly, so I think it's gonna be like the same as if I was at home. So yeah, I've been enjoying Brazil so far. Yeah, no, I've been enjoying Brazil. I think everyone's friendly. Everything seems nice. Not bad, not bad. The only bad thing about Brazil was I thought initially, the first few days I was in Brazil, I thought there was no hot water because I didn't know how to turn on the hot water.
Oh my god.
So first like 3 days, I was just taking cold showers. I was like, okay, Brazil doesn't have hot water.
Caralho!
Whatever. But then I found out how to turn on the hot water. And
Mano, imagina a imagem que o cara tem que ter do Brasil, achar que não tem água quente.
I'm good.
And we're not in the summer, right? So it's not like easy to have like...
Caralho, ele tancou, viado. 3 dias tomando banho gelado. E tá frio aqui em São Paulo, viu, mano?
cold baths like
Yeah,
in this weather, right? Yeah. And anything like about the food? Some people when they came here to Brazil, like some people really love the food. Some people got like, I don't know, they didn't like too much. How's going for you this?
Well, to be honest, for me, I don't really care that much about food. Like I'm not a food fanatic. Like
Ei, vou ter que ir embora. Vou ter que ir embora. Com licença. O chat vai ficar aí mesmo, mano. Quem tiver toque aí, my bad.
just eat to get full, so I can eat almost anything. And it seems like Brazilian food.
Calma, calma.
Like I just eat to get full, so I can eat almost anything.
Ele não é fanático por comida? Que isso, mano?
And
Comer é uma das maiores alegrias dessa vida.
it seems like Brazilian food is mostly just like meat and rice, which I grew up eating a lot of like rice because I'm like Vietnamese and meat. So meat and rice. Beans also looks like they have a lot of beans, but beans are fine to me. They're like beans are like whatever.
Yeah.
But, okay, but not horrible. So the food is okay.
One thing that I really want to talk to you is like we can see like on your social media, etc. That you are really a guy that is, how can I say, active on socials, etc. You stream, right? And like Loud is a team that has like a lot of fans. Loud always like people who also engage with fans, etc. And I don't know if you got to know like Loud before you came, but like when I see outside, for me it's like a really perfect match, you know? Someone that is going to play for Loud and also someone that care for like how can I say, care for like doing content, socials, etc.
Yeah. I mean, I always thought like, so our jobs as like a pro player is obviously to compete, right? Play well.
Yeah.
But obviously the secondary job is to be like engaging with the fans, because like at the end of the day, the fans are the only reason like you're in the first place, right? The support of the fans are the only reason why you can do what you do for a living, right? So I always thought like, oh, if I was ever a pro player, I would always be active at least a little bit, because you can be active, like, right? Scrims take up, let's say, 6 hours of the day. Like it depends how much you scrim, but let's say like 6 to 8 hours of the day. You have the remaining like rest of the day to, you know, like at least like post some stuff on social media, stream. Like, so I always thought like if I ever did become a pro player, I would still be like somewhat active, because I think it's our kind of like our duty to, in a way.
Yeah.
Like we owe it to not owe it to the fans is not the right word. Like I don't think players always owe something, but like you should do it out of like what. And also, it's like beneficial for yourself as well, right? So. Yeah.
I saw like, you know, your Wikipedia, you
Acho que esse é o principal ponto, pô. É bom pra você como jogador fazer isso.
have like
Ele morava em que cidade? Pô, esse maninho aqui, não sei. Ele tava na Coreia por um bom tempo. Ele nasceu... Eu não sei se ele nasceu no Vietnã. Quer dizer, acho que sim, né? Ele é vietnamita, mas ele morou nos Estados Unidos a vida inteira, depois fez um bootcamp na Coreia por um bom tempo.
play also in T1 rookies, right? It's like the academy team there, right? On T1. You play like in South Korea? How was that for you?
Yeah. I played in South Korea. Played for a little over a year. I think like a year and I don't know how many months, but a little over a year.
You're too young, right? How old are you? Were you? Sorry.
When I joined when I was about to turn 17. So I was 16 at the time. and I think I was turning 17 in like a month. So, and then I think I was on there for a little over a year and like 3 months, 4 months maybe.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. I think just the luxury of playing Korean solo queue will always just triumph. Like,
Mano, ele falou de um jeito que é isso mesmo, é o luxo, irmão. Você poder jogar solo kill coreana no seu dia a dia, assim, é um bagulho
a lot
roubadíssimo.
of things just in general. Like Korean solo queue compared to REDE solo queue and Brazil solo queue is definitely
Yeah.
a lot better. So the fact that I was able to play Korean solo queue for like almost 2 years was definitely a blessing.
Okay. And you didn't speak any Korean, right? You were playing with other Koreans without speaking any Korean there?
Yeah, so I didn't speak any Korean. People thought I was Korean, but I'm not Korean.
Yeah.
I just was picked up by a Korean team, but I'm American Vietnamese. So how it was is like the difference being is like I had to learn like a little bit of Korean. I had like 1 hour of Korean classes a week, but
Okay.
people really overrate like in terms of in-game stuff the amount of Korean you need to, or the amount of like language you need to know to actually play the game. Because if you think about it, a lot of in-game calls should be simple, right? They should be very short, one-word calls like go back, like stuff like this. You could learn
Yeah.
really easily. Even more detailed stuff like TP behind is really easy, right? You don't have to say long sentences when you're communicating effectively, right? So I never felt like communication was that big of an issue in like when I was like a few months into learning Korean. And I guess the difference is on Loud, everyone just speaks English.
Yeah.
At a pretty good level. Like Redbird's really good at English, Robo's really good at English, and the Koreans are better at English than my teammates on T1, like basically, right? So it's kind of like I'm just speaking English, and it feels like I'm not even the foreigner because I'm just speaking English, right? So
Yeah, usually like people were thinking you were Korean or like you're an Asian player. That usually some Asian players they don't speak English too well, but you are American, like English
Yeah.
is your first language.
Mano, é bom que ele é desenroladão, né? Porque, teoricamente, todo mundo entende inglês, né? Mas, por exemplo, o Redbert e o Robo falam português nativo. E aí o Root e o Ju falam coreano nativo. E aí só ele fala inglês nativo, vamos dizer assim. Então, seria fácil dele ficar isolado nas situações fora de jogo, né?
So yeah, we can see that. Yeah, you saying you have a Vietnamese family, right?
Bom que ele é desenrolado,
Did you
mano.
watch like also a little bit of the Vietnamese league? Because like we are struggling to win against Gun for like so many years, you know? Yeah.
No, I really didn't. I don't really keep up with the Vietnamese league. It's
Yeah.
kind of funny because a big reason why like my family supports, or like my parents didn't like really support me growing up because like they're Asian. They're like, oh, why are you playing games at like 13? Go study, you know? I was
Yeah.
like a straight A student, so like they're like just focus on your studies. But a reason why actually they started supporting me a lot was after I hit rank 1 at 16. There was like Vietnamese articles like in Vietnam,
Okay.
like, were like hyping me up, like you know like writing about me. And then since my parents can like read Vietnamese, they're like, wow, my son's the GOAT, you know what I mean? So that's actually a big reason why they started like helping or supporting me a lot. But in general, I don't really keep up with the Vietnamese scene that much.
Okay, that's really cool. The Brazilian fans, they're really passionate. You know, like they like. I think you already felt a little bit on the social. How is going this experience for you? Like you have a lot of Brazilians already like following you, wanna see your stream, seeing like we have like a TV Zan, the guy who watch
TV
like
Zan.
solo queue games and post like every day, etc. How is going that for you?
I mean, to be honest, I think it's something I like. Like, I think it's better to have engaged fans than like not, because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
when you're a pro player, you're playing. You want people to spectate you. You want, if you're playing well, you want to be like praised for it. If you're doing bad, you want to be flamed for it, but you know you don't want to be bad. And I think having engaged fans is like puts pressure on yourself, which for me I think is a good thing, right? Because
Yeah.
I'll say this, like I said this a few times, but it makes me feel accountable for like for like the amount of work I put on it, right? I can't just half-ass it. Oh, let me, not put it as much work as I should put, because
E tipo assim, ao mesmo tempo, né? É muito mais difícil ele jogar solo kill arrastando, sabendo que qualquer momento o TVzão tá na ativa, irmão. Pode
like,
postar o bagulho.
directly the amount of work I put in will be the
Sabendo que a qualquer momento pode cair contra o Big Micas e o Big Micas mandar uma print lá no Twitter. Que por acaso ele tá 0/10. Isso pode acontecer. Isso pode acontecer. Entendeu? Então tem que jogar sempre sério.
amount of like reward I reap, right? So it makes me feel accountable for the amount of work I put in, like the amount of like performance I play, how well I play. So I think it's
É
better
bom, é
than
bom.
having like nobody care about you.
Yeah.
And because nobody cares about you, like you don't feel as like held accountable for your actions, basically, right?
This is your first like Tier 1 team, right? The first team you're
Yeah.
playing like in a official league, etc. And like you have Robo in your team. He's like the guy who won the most here in Brazil. How is going for you and Robo? He's like a really competitive guy. How is going these interactions with him?
Yeah, no. So I hear this. I heard this a lot. Like, oh, Robo's gonna be beat or whatever. It might be because we're like in our like legit first few like weeks of playing, right? So we're still in our honeymoon phase. But for me, I'm not a shy person. I'm very extroverted. I'm very confident in my ability. Even though it's my first time playing in Tier 1 League, when I was 16, I was
Só esqueceu de dizer que ele amassou ontem contra o Big. Eu nem joguei solo kill ontem, irmão. Ontem eu tava o dia inteiro de cama. Como é que ele pode ter amassado ontem contra o Big? Oh, não tem
I could have
como.
played LCS if I wanted to, if I didn't want to join T1. And then also at the same time, when I joined T1, I had to do like scrims against world teams to even join T1, right?
Yeah.
The wildcard teams, obviously, so like PSG, CFO, and like the GAM. But anyways, like I'm confident in my ability and my level in the competition. And people are saying like Robo's very, you know, this way, this way, this way. He's gonna make you depressed. I don't know.
Ele vai deixar você depressivo, vai deixar você dementado.
I don't know some of the comments I've been reading, but so far I think everyone on the
Ambessa Jungle. Então, aquele jogo foi 5v4, mano. Meu mid do DC. Senão eu ia amassar.
team and Robo
Não foi ontem, né? Foi anteontem, isso aí.
especially has been really friendly, has been really
Ganhar 5v4 é fato.
nice, and
Ganhar
and like
5v4
yeah.
é fácil.
So, and I think in feedback too, I'm very open. Like I want to point out every mistake that I think my teammates made or I made, and I'll tell Robo, and I think he's very reciprocal. Like I think maybe his online image
Ele me
is
carregou
like,
jogo, ele me
is
carregou
portrayed a
jogo.
little bit more cocky than he actually is. I think he's a humble person, and obviously he wants to improve. Everyone wants to improve. Everyone wants the same goal, just to win. So I don't think it's anything like that, you know?
Yeah, I think people can see sometimes the difference between like confidence and cockiness, you know, like it's not the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And like now talking about this, like Loud won like 4 times in a row, so the Loud fans really want to see Loud winning again a tournament. Like, how is your confidence right now?
My confidence, I won't know 100% until we play on stage, but we played scrims already. We played against a lot of the people what
Following hate pra nós.
considered top teams. And our rate of improvement from, like, I say our first week of scrims where we didn't have our coach and we were pretty bad. And then our coach came in, like, first day of second week. And then I think this is, we had 2 weeks of scrims since then, right? And I'm pretty confident. But like I said, I won't know 100% until, like, on stage because I think scrims don't matter that much. But scrims, we've been, like, improving a lot, performing well. So I won't know 100% until we play on stage, but I'm pretty confident.
So I think that's it. Thank you very much, Gryffin. If you want like any message to Loud fans and also like the other Brazilian fans, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thankful for all the support. And yeah, I hope that we do well. Obviously, I'm confident in our ability, but I will not know 100% till I'm on stage. Because if I'm just saying, oh, we'll win before even playing a game on stage, that's cocky, right? So, but I'm confident.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
É o tatuzinho, mano. Tatuzinho. Tatuzinho neles.